Hello everyone, welcome back. And there's probably going to be some wind in this video that can't help but what we're into today. We have started getting this ground ready. Now this ground was moldboard plowed, turn plowed, bottom plowed, whatever, and it's moldboard if you want to get technical about it. But a month or so ago, 2 months ago, whatever, and you can see that it's fell apart a little bit. But what we're going to try to do is we're taking the disc and we are going to run over it with a very mild setting on the disc at a slower speed, holding the disc up, not letting it cut too much, and just try to smooth it up a little. That's our first step. And then what we'll do is we will set the disc more aggressive, pick up our ground speed, and run a little deeper and try to cut some of the grass and the clumps up more, reduce the bigger clumps down. But because it's so rough, as you can see, its first pass over it'll beat your brains out basically, and that's one reason I run slower, and it's easier on equipment. But this ground's got quite a bit of clay in it. It is dry. It was dry when we plowed it, which helps, with the exception there's a strip right out there about halfway between here and that house that's got that yellow clay that never dries. So it'll be a little difficult, but we'll get this knocked down. We'll run over it one time. We'll split cut it. In other words, when we make a pass, the next time we'll make a pass, and then the next time we will run the center of the disc at the edge of that pass. So it's actually cutting it twice. But and then once we get over it once, get it knocked down, we'll adjust our disc gangs, put more of an angle on them, make them cut harder. We'll upshift a gear or two and send it a little deeper and try to cut it up, trying to reduce this down to get a good loose seed bed is what we're after. So here we go, we'll take you along. Okay, we've got over that one time. I despise, that is my least favorite part of tillage, is that first knockdown after plowing with a disc. It's just beats and beats and beats. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to adjust the front gang, just the back gang. And all I'm trying to do is cut some of those clods down. And we'll single cut this at a higher speed. So let's get this adjusted and we will go from there. I'll set you guys up here. Okay, we're not going to go too aggressive. I just went one notch there. We'll see what this does. So you can see this bottom pass here, I went ahead and upshifted, and you can see what it looks like here just one time over. We're a long way from having the seed bed ready for corn, in my opinion. So this is just part of the process, but we'll see what the disc does at this setting, at this speed. Okay, we finished up the place down the road here we were working on earlier. Battery died on me, so I had to charge it. Didn't get any footage of the finished product. This field was plowed the same day. It's different dirt. You can see it's came apart more. This field should work up a little easier. So what we're going to do, we'll go over it twice too, but and we'll run at the same first speed as we did down there, but we'll leave the disc settings a little more aggressive. So that's what we'll do in this field and see how it goes. And if we need to adjust, we'll adjust. One thing about tillage farming in general is adjust to your conditions. If you know, don't have locked in a mindset, I'm gonna put it on a certain set and a certain speed and go. You may need to adjust a little bit. So we'll get started with this and see how it goes, see how it comes apart. This is more of a black loam sand, and it's got some wet areas right there, right down there, and there's no bottom to them, so we'll try to stay out of those. But let's see what it does here. Okay, this ground's coming up a lot better than the other field. What I'm doing, I'm running the more aggressive setting and kind of in between first pass, second pass speed down there that I did at the other field. I might be able to get over this. I might be able to accomplish what I want to with just one pass over this with that setup. Double cutting it, of course, as I go over it, but because this is just the first step in the finished tillage, so if I can cut a pass out over this, it saves some fuel, saves some soil compaction, and a lot of other things. So we'll see what it does, but right now it's looking pretty good. So let's make another lap or two. Okay, we've got this field done. It came up a little, tore up a little better than the other field, but that's simply because of the type of ground it is. It's just a easier tilled ground than type of ground than the other field is. Now that's the first step on these two fields of tillage. What we've got to do now is I'll take the field cultivator or the spring tooth, all-purpose plow, whatever you want to call it, and I'll go over it, rip it good and deep with the drag behind it and smooth it up. And then we will broadcast or fertilize on this, and then we'll take that field cultivator and incorporate it in, and we'll be ready to plant. We're going to plant this field and the one we done earlier at the same time. That'll give us about 4 acres of sweet corn in the early planting. And then we'll plant about 4 acres at a time every 2 weeks until middle of July. That's the plan. Sometimes weather and circumstances can change that, but anyhow, we're getting a start. Me and that New Holland's going to be very acquainted for the next several months. But if you like what we're doing, want to follow along, please subscribe, hit that notification bell. If you have a question or comment, please do so. And if see a video you like, give it a thumbs up. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, everybody take care of yourself. We'll talk to you later. Bye.